Now, I don't want you guys to think, chat room, that I'm just going to leave you with that goofy bit of grift as being the kind of standard for how shitty right-wing media is these days, because they're all fucked up. They're all going broke because with Trump in charge, the only job they really have is to protect him. The only real job that any of the right-wing media has right now is to defend him when he does the indefensible or he fucks up. And so they're just catching hell all the time, and it's hilarious. Here's what I would like to share with you. If you don't believe me, check this out. This is the Real Housewives of Georgia O'Keeffe paintings. Megyn Kelly and I don't know who they are. Who's it? Anna Khachiyan and Dasha Nekrasova from the Red Scare podcast. So the pro-Russian podcast discussed the latest drama involving Elon Musk. So let's see what it is devolved to. They're all drinking fucking martinis, having a little chit chat from Megyn Kelly's studio. And this, and I'll show you in a minute, like how fucking disgusting.
We do like to discuss some lighter cultural fare on Fridays if we can. And that...
Yes, lighter cultural fare on Fridays if we can.
Brings me to Ashley St. Clair. Now, look, that was one of the other things that I had with Ben Smith when I went to his conference in D.C. yesterday. He was upset that I, quote, attacked Ashley St. Clair, that I went after her. That's what he said. And he was acting like I was bullying her in some way. Well, I never would have mentioned the name of Ashley St. Clair. She was not on my radar. I've never attacked Elon's other baby mamas. I don't care. If like these women want to strike that deal with Elon, it's none of my business.
Yeah, I think absolutely. If you want to have a massive nose job that awkwardly aligns the bridge of your nose with some section of your chin that may or may not have been there a few months ago, who am I to say? Who are you to say? You know what I mean? It's the same kind of thing.
Good on him if it works right.
But I'm with you. Okay, I'm following you. Right.
Everybody.
Okay.
The difference with this woman is she knew completely what she was walking into. And then when the benefit of that bargain came exactly as one could predict it would come, which is no meaningful relationship with him, no Valentine's Day together, she got upset, sent out a nasty tweet, claimed a tabloid was doing an in-depth investigation on her, which never broke. The only one who ever reported on this was the New York Post, because she gave them a photo shoot inside her, quote, lavish apartment.
With feet pics and an incorrectly arranged chessboard.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Really? Yeah. Are you a chess player?
She is.
Oh my God, you noticed that?
Also, by the way, they're dumping on this woman who had a kid with Elon Musk. Oh, God damn it. Every time I sit my arm like this, it thinks I'm giving a thumbs up. That's friggin' hilarious. I think the important thing, though, is this working? No? Does that work? I don't know. Oh, maybe it only does that one version of it. Hold on. I think maybe I can trigger it. Perhaps. Let's see. Elgato camera. Reactions. Yep. Let's go to here. Did that work? Maybe it wouldn't. No, I guess not. Oh, yeah. Oh, it only works inside there. That's so weird. Gotcha. All right. Good to know. I don't know why that one pops up in particular. I don't care. Yeah, so she's in her apartment with her shoes off, whatever. Who cares? I don't know why that's a big deal for them, but it is. And her chessboard that they have on the table, I think the knights and the bishops are reversed or something. That's funny. Maybe they all work now. Is that what's happening? Yeah, there you go. See, now they're all on. That's funny. That's hilarious. I don't know what. I think this does the. Yeah. Cool. All right. There we go. And then this one's the one that makes it pop up and do something else, I guess, or whatever. So, this is so silly. Anyway, so they're basically bitching about her and the idea that I don't know, she's a slut because she slept with him. He's not a slut for sleeping with her. Is the idea or something?
impressive.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, here are the feet, the naked feet, with their floor-to-ceiling windows in an apartment almost certainly funded by him.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so that's what they're doing. The bishops are on the inside. Or sorry, the bishops are on the outside. The knights are on the inside. They're like the knights should be here, and I don't know. Maybe there's. Let's see. Is there a? Let's see. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Seventh rank, 1/7 promotion. Game always starts on a night move. Working on the night moves. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, so here we go. White's back row, black suit undergoing equivalent change, working on their mother's advanced variants, some experience. Swapping the knights and bishops is one version of displacement chess. I'm not sure if you wish to learn this, though. The main aim of displacement chess, such as Fischer random chess, is to negate the benefit of rote learning. Learning how to play this variant well by studying sounds like a strange goal. Okay, so this is called displacement chess, meaning that it's not a mistake because both sides are mirroring each other. You do it so that you don't learn just mechanical patterns in chess. So you intentionally start with the chess pieces in different positions so that you can practice a different methodology. It took me about here. Hold on one second. Accept the cookies. There you go. From board and card games. Is there a variant of chess such as the starting position, bishops and knight are switched? White's back row would look like rook, bishop, knight, queen, king, knight, bishop, rook. Where can I learn more about this variant play? Swapping the knights and bishops is one of the biggest displacements in chess. I'm not sure if you wish to do this, though. The main names. That knight, yeah, that would be it. Okay. Somewhat of a fanatic. I'm trying to figure whether this is an advantage to doing this chess different ways. Imagine okay. This is one form of displacement chess, though I didn't know that it has its own name or any site books dedicated to it. There's a call for this kind of switch when it is called it's felt that chess is too well understood. The first call was about 80 years ago from world champion Jose Casablanca. He embraced a scientific form of chess, took it to a high level, and then he and his admirers felt that there was a little left to learn about the chess. Okay, so here's the thing. Whether she actually plays chess this way, it's not an accident. Whether this may be high-level bullshitting, or she may actually play at this high level, I doubt it. I mean, she did nail a billionaire, and she's allegedly having his baby, and he's paying for her apartment, so she's got some skills. Hello. But let's see Megyn and them.
She is.
Oh my God, you noticed that? That's impressive.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, here are the feet, the naked feet, with their floor-to-ceiling windows in an apartment almost certainly funded by him.
Yeah. I think, she
there
said
we go.
that he kept her in isolation. Yeah, the knights and the bishops need to be swapped. But
I'm impressed.
Well,
And that's a true chess player to see that in the photo.
No, it isn't. It's all you're spotting is that it doesn't look standard. So stupid. And again, all three of these women, I would like to point out, are dunking on another woman who's having a baby with some dude, and he's treating her like shit, and they're basically saying she had it coming. So, future is female. Yeah.
So what do you make of the fact that now she...
What do you make of the fact that neither of you took a fucking half a second to look up alternate ways of starting your chess game so that you can learn to play instead of, in a less mechanical way and be more creative in your chess playing, possibly, or at least appear that that's what you're trying to do to people who actually do know about this shit. Believe me, if her next husband is a chess master that helps her, raise her $1 billion baby, these ladies are going to have a very different show in a year or so.
She wants us to feel sorry for her. That's what I believe. She's sad about the consequences of her own life choices, and she definitely doesn't want publicity. Do not believe the pictures of her in the corset in the New York Post. Doesn't want it.
Yeah, she's wearing like a dark Lauren Sanchez look, where it's like the Lauren Sanchez inauguration fit, but all black.
Yeah.
No, I said this on our podcast when we covered this topic. Like, sometimes I feel personally sort of undignified when we like post selfies or shill our meme coin, and then there's like these.
Yeah, you should. Not because of what your selfies look like, I guess, and not because, but because meme coins are bullshit.
Influencers out there on social media doing like Maury Povich paternity stuff. It's crazy.
Right. So now she has sued Elon, that's in the news today, for paternity.
Yeah.
And accuses him of going dark on her. And Elon tweeted out something to the effect of, I have taken care of every child I've ever fathered, and generously. If ever there's been a breakdown, it's because the demands have been exorbitant. So he didn't name her, but it seemed to be a clear reference.
Yes, sister. Yes, queen. Put her in her place.
To, trust me, I'm going to take care of every child I sire, but I'm not going to be made a fool of and start giving out billions to 26-year-olds who I...
You're not. You're apparently giving it out to your kid to set them up for life. And why should they be any different from any other child you sired in that theory, I guess? I only have one that I know of. And if I found out that I had another child magically someplace, they wouldn't be worth less just because I didn't know about them for a period of time. I'd be mad that I didn't get to spend time with them. That would be upsetting if I didn't know I had a child, more than like finding out and somebody tries to like, wring some cash out of you. I'm sure that would be upsetting, but not as upsetting as the time lost. Right? Because again, you can get, you can make more money, but time is gone. Nah, gross.
Slept with once in St. Bart's, which appears to be what happened here.
Yeah. We were sort of speculating on whether they actually...
Sorry. So it's her fault she got pregnant after only having sex with him once?
Actually like knocked boots, or if it was an IVF baby, because he has a record of that. Not really my business and don't care, but yeah.
You kind of do.
People have dug up like old correspondences, texts of hers
She
screen capped, because they were disappearing.
Yes.
She was
yes, it's like that's how she is. Like, this is what she does. It's who she is, who he is, obviously super genius, and couldn't possibly be trapped by, beach skank number 75, so clearly she must be more clever, except her chess pieces are backwards, in which case we now know she's the stupids.
Ready to bet.
I'm just going to keep doing this the whole day. If I could just put these on the sides here. And it's so disgusting and stuff. And now I'll never get a chance to do it.
I'm not that scandalized by that, because, we women say all sorts of crazy things when we have our eyes on a guy.
Yes.
Yeah, bitches. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for finally... What?
I wish he would knock me up. That's not that outrageous.
I've never said that, but okay.
I have.
This is the conversation they are having on Friday, the day the Epstein drop was supposed to happen. Just to remind you. This is the day the Epstein binders went out. This is what they ended up talking about. And I would like to remind you, like, this is what it's burned down to. This is the Fed is predicting a 2.8% drop in this quarter's growth, negative 2.8%, which would be almost a 5-point drop. And similar for next quarter, which would mean recession officially. Trump embarrassed himself horribly on Friday with Zelensky, just making himself look like, I mean, it was hard to understand everything he said with Putin's balls in his mouth. And at the same time, it was largely a bunch of like noise to cover for the fact that they didn't want people to see that he was picking and choosing the Epstein stuff so that they could redact the parts with him in it, because he's really a victim there. And what did they end up doing for a show? Megyn Kelly and these two Russian girls sit there and joke about the fact that they've may or may not have hoped to be knocked up by some rich dude at some point.
But I think just her conduct leading up to it, that she like leaked this herself on Valentine's Day, that it was kind of like a pre-choreographed, almost Instagram-like post versus a tweet.
Wow, it's like she's playing chess.
That it had the name and email of her publicist who does crisis management and damage control for celebrities.
Yeah, she's having a billionaire's baby. She can afford it, I think.
She claims that she was isolated in her home, that she wasn't able to take a walk with her baby.
That her 5-month-old baby has never been out for a walk.
As if someone would recognize Ashley Sinclair in the street at all.
Especially prior. Right.
Listen to these assholes. Who does this bitch think she is? Nobody cares who she is. That's because they didn't see her. Once they see her, then they know. Hey, Ashley, what's going on? Oh, my God, you had a baby. Who's the dad? Right? That's why she was isolated. And then she couldn't take the isolation anymore, according to her. And I don't care. Awful is awful is awful. Elon Musk allegedly had sex with Amber Heard while she was still dating Johnny Depp, and during the time that she shit on his bed. So obviously, everybody's a mess. That said, I haven't seen a single thing that any of these ladies have said about her that reflects poorly on her or well on them.
Like, she was nobody.
Right.
Why would anybody care?
That's what...
I don't know. Apparently, Elon Musk cared enough to throw some baby batter in her.
was bothering her.
Exactly.
Right? That was the problem. So the tweets to which you refer, she had an exchange with...
All right. I don't need to watch any more of that because it's just fucking gross and I don't care. But that's where they are now. That's what they're left with.